There exists a place where the earth reaches toward infinity, where stone and ice have conspired for millions of years to forge a cathedral of silence and solitude. This is the realm of the eternal peaks, where the air grows thin and the very concept of survival becomes an art form practiced by only the most remarkable souls on our planet. Here, in this vertical wilderness, life clings to existence with a tenacity that defies comprehension. Every breath is a victory, every sunrise a benediction. The temperature plummets to depths that would shatter the spirit of lesser beings. Yet within these frozen heights, beauty persists wild, untamed, and profoundly sacred. The masters of this domain move like ghosts across the ancient stone. They are the phantoms of the precipice, creatures so perfectly adapted to this harsh sanctuary that they seem less flesh and blood than manifestations of the mountain itself. With muscles forged by necessity and eyes that pierce the crystalline air, they navigate a landscape where a single misstep means oblivion. Dawn breaks slowly here, painting the snowfields in shades of rose and amber. The wind, that eternal sculptor, carves patterns into drifts that have accumulated over centuries. It whispers secrets through narrow passes, roars its dominion across exposed ridges, and in quiet moments falls silent as though holding its breath in reverence for what unfolds below. In this theater of extremes, the dance between predator and prey becomes something transcendent. The hunter emerges from shadow and stone, patient as the mountains themselves, calculating angles with geometric precision. Survival here is mathematics married to instinct. A calculation where failure is measured not in missed opportunities but in the absolute currency of existence itself. The seasons shift with brutal efficiency. Winter descends like a drawn curtain, transforming an already inhospitable world into something almost incomprehensible. Snow falls for weeks without pause. Avalanches thunder down ancient pathways carved by countless predecessors, reshaping the landscape in moments, reminding all who dwell here that the mountain gives and the mountain takes away. Yet even in the depths of the harshest season, life endures. Beneath the ice, within the shelter of stone, in the lee of ridges that break the wind's savage embrace there, the spark refuses to be extinguished. Food becomes scarce, reduced to a desperate search across vast distances. Energy must be conserved like precious treasure, every movement weighed against the cost in calories that may never be recovered. The aerial kingdoms belong to creatures of extraordinary grace and power. They ride the thermals that rise from warming rocks, circle above valleys lost in shadow, and survey their domain with eyes evolved to detect the slightest movement across impossible distances. From their perspective, the world becomes a tapestry of opportunity and danger. Woven together in patterns only they can fully comprehend. Cliffs rise like the walls of some primordial fortress, their faces scarred by wind and time, offering precarious holds for those bold enough to claim them. Here, in these vertical sanctuaries, some creatures make their homes dwelling in spaces where gravity itself seems negotiable, where the ground falls away into dizzying perspective and clouds drift past like passing thoughts. As spring approaches, tentative and uncertain, transformation begins. Ice yields to stone, snow retreats to higher elevations. The first brave shoots of vegetation emerge, impossibly green against the grey and white palette that has dominated for so long. This is the signal, the promise that life will renew itself once more, that the cycle continues despite all obstacles. The young are born into this world without gentleness or mercy. From their first moments, they must learn the lessons their ancestors have passed down through countless generations. Where to step, when to move, how to read the language written in wind patterns and cloud formations. Weakness is selected against with ruthless efficiency. Only those who carry the genetic legacy of survivors will themselves survive to pass it forward. Throughout it all, there exists a strange and terrible beauty, a grandeur that humbles the observer and elevates the spirit simultaneously. These peaks have stood witness to the entire span of human history and will stand long after we are gone. They care nothing for our dramas, our triumphs, our failures. They simply are permanent and indifferent, a reminder that we are visitors in a world far older and more enduring than ourselves. In this high country, where oxygen grows scarce and temperatures plummet to extremes that crystallize breath before it can fully leave the lungs, an ecosystem thrives, fragile yet resilient, delicate yet fierce. It is a paradox made manifest, that in the harshest conditions, life not only survives but flourishes in forms of extraordinary beauty and adaptation. This is the kingdom at the roof of the world. This is where earth meets sky in an embrace both violent and tender. This is wild Himalaya, a testament to the indomitable force of life itself, playing out its ancient drama on a stage of ice and stone, beneath skies so clear they seem to reveal the very structure of infinity. And here, in these frozen heights, the story continues as it has for millennia, each dawn bringing new challenges, each sunset marking another day won from the jaws of impossibility. The mountains watch, the wind carries voices, and life, miraculous and persistent, endures.